Not having the right home buying strategy this year could cost you thousands, tens of thousands in a rapidly changing Las Vegas market. Stay tuned, because in this video, I'm going to give you the ultimate roadmap to make 2025 the best year to buy a home in Las Vegas. If we haven't met before, my name is Hudson, and my call sign is Nuke, and I'm a retired Air Force officer, your trusted Las Vegas realtor with over a decade of experience serving the military community. My mission is simple: help you buy a home in the most efficient and cost-effective way possible, especially if you're active duty, a veteran, or part of the military community. In this video, we'll cover every single step you need to take, from getting a pre-approval to moving into your brand new Las Vegas home. Stay tuned until the end for a special home buyer checklist. So let's jump right in. Number one, decide if now is the right time before you buy and you sign on the dotted line. Ask yourself this question: does home ownership align with my financial goals for 2025? If I'm active duty, will I be stationed in Las Vegas long enough? Could I use this property as a future investment or rental? The Las Vegas housing market is constantly evolving, and 2025 is shaping up to be a very big year. Make sure it's the right timing for you and your family if you have a family. Find a qualified real estate agent. Look for a realtor who specializes in Las Vegas real estate, and of course, understands the unique needs of the military buyers and has a proven track record of successful VA loan transactions. Provides ongoing real estate values like free resources, insider tips, honest guidance. Your agent should guide you through the pricing trends, neighborhood insights, and local regulations. This is especially crucial when using your VA benefits. Number three, get pre-approved. So why does this matter to you? It shows the sellers that you are serious. It helps you understand your budget, speeds up the closing process. If you're active duty or retired military, a VA loan could be your best bet, often offering no down payment and lower interest rates. Make sure your lender is familiar with the VA loan requirements. This avoids all kinds of last-minute hurdles. I've seen this so many times. Every lender will say that they know what they're doing. Let me tell you, a lot of them don't. And that's why only about 16% of people who are qualified for a VA loan end up using them. It's because either the agent or the lender will talk them out of it, and they're talking you out of your hard-earned benefits. Number four, you need to start the house hunting. You know what? This is when the fun really begins. You need to narrow down your must-haves. We're talking about the number of bedrooms, the distance to the bases, if you're at Creature, Nellis. Identify your nice-to-haves. Not your must-haves, your nice-to-haves. If it'll be nice to have a pool, an upgraded kitchen, or certain styles of homes. Not your must-haves again, your nice-to-haves. Focus on your target neighborhoods. Must it be in Las Vegas, North Las Vegas? I know some of you may want to be Summerlin or someplace like that. Your must-haves. If you want a quick commute to Nellis, or if you want to be even closer to Creech, be prepared to move quickly if you see the home that you love. In 2025's market, it could be competitive, and waiting might mean you miss out on a great deal. So number five, let's make an offer. So here are some tips for success. Base your offer on current market conditions and comparable sales. Factor in your max budget and potential appraisal values. Lean on your real estate agent's potential knowledge to craft an offer that stands out, especially if there are multiple offers that may be on the table, especially when you come into that competitive season around your PCS seasons and like spring and early summer and things like that, when people want to get into homes before the school season start. Number six, let's say everything works out just perfect for you, and now you go under contract. Congratulations, you got your offer accepted. Now, you're going to be on a very tight timeline. If you did everything, as well as you possibly could, maybe you came out here for a house hunting trip and you're going to be able to move in directly. So here are some steps ahead that you need to start thinking about. Stay in constant contact with your realtor and your lender. Be prepared for that earnest money deposit. This deposit shows that you are committed And it is money if the deal falls through, and everything that has been done correctly, you're going to get back, okay? I want to make sure that you understand that if everything's done correctly, you will get this money back. And I know there are some sellers out there that can be some real jackwads. Don't worry about that. A good realtor is going to make sure you get your money back. Now that you're under contract, you're going to have to worry about that home inspection. No matter how perfect the home looks, hire a professional inspector. They're going to look into all of the structural issues, the HVAC problems, and try to find any hidden damage. Now, here's something. I'm going to put this out there right now. They can only look for things that they can see, and sometimes things that they can see, behind the walls a little bit, look like a FLIR or something. They're not going to be opening up walls for you. If they have things like a drone, they can see the roof and things like that. Most won't walk the roof down because they could dislodge tiles and actually cause more damage. Many of them will have a FLIR system. Some of them charge for that for some reason. Inspectors I use don't charge for these things. I find it hard to believe that people would charge for this. This seems like something that should be normal now. Sometimes they can't inspect things because the seller has done things like, there could be heavy furniture in front of things, so they can't see what's behind it. Maybe there's damage there. And then when the people move the stuff out, that's when you find the damage. Unfortunately, those things can't be seen. So be careful of that. I'm just giving you something that could happen in the future. Now, review that inspection report very carefully and decide what your next steps are. Go over that with your realtor, and you start to negotiate the repairs, especially if the inspector flags something. But also, I'm going to tell you this part. The inspector, we're going to call him Mr. Inspector for now. We're not going to get into the, whatever orientation or whatever they are. Inspectors, a lot of times they have a significant other. Their significant other doesn't like the inspector to be sued. So they put a lot of stuff in those inspection reports, which sometimes make it look like the whole world is falling apart. The world is not falling apart. First of all, 80% of roofs here in Las Vegas have issues. They're not serious issues, but they have to put it in the report. If a tile is missing or cracked, there's underlayment. If there was leaking, they would go like, look, there's leaking. Well, they didn't say that. Just a little kind of hint thing. But when there are issues, trust me, they're going to point them out. Request a seller to repair those things. Go after the big things, safety and health and things like that. Usually, I recommend you go for closing costs, because sellers, they fix things as cheaply as possible because they don't like to give up any of their money even when they're collecting, multiple six figures. Like I said, prioritize safety and structural concerns over cosmetic issues. Now that we've secured all of that stuff, we secure the financing and work closely with your lender. Even though you have a pre-approval and everything, yeah, it's pretty good. It's about 95% solution. You're not going to be working with those evil underwriters. They're going to ask for things 3 times. Think about the military. It's going to be asked for 3 times, even though you gave it to them. Don't get mad. It's just the way the system works. So you're going to be working with them to finalize your VA requirements and the paperwork and everything. Get those additional documents like the bank statements, your proof of service. Multiple times they're going to ask for this stuff. And that's going to be all the way until closing. And we're going to clear up all the contingencies. And these are the lender things that they're going to be doing. And also, I know you're going to want to go down. You're going to want to shop for a new whatever. Look at those things. Don't buy. Unless you got cashy money in your pocket, don't buy them. Okay? Just give me that thing. All while we're doing this stuff, the title company's going to be doing title searches and everything. Make sure that you get a clean and clear title. When you look at paperwork, you keep seeing this stuff. Oh, there's an IRS lien, or you see all this stuff. Don't worry about it. That stuff gets cleared up, okay? You go, look at the taxes. They haven't been paid. They get paid. That's part of it. You get a free and clear title, okay? So also, one of the things to think about. Insurance. If you want, let's say you use USAA or something like that, go ahead, call USAA, get your insurance, get that all taken care of, call around, get the lowest cost you can. And then once you get that to the bank, we get to the closing disclosures. You're going to sign those 3 days prior, and you're going to get all the finalized costs. Now, one thing I like to warn people about, banks, they like to give you the worst case scenario. So sometimes I'll get people to go like, what are all these costs? No, they're giving you the worst case scenario, and then they clean it up as they get closer. Don't worry about it until 3 days prior, okay? 3 days prior, that's when they give you the real numbers. When you sign that, then they can release the loan documents. This is the time you start doing the final stuff, arranging the movers for the final day to do that, transferring utilities, updating your address everywhere, and double checking all the numbers. Make sure you don't have any surprises on moving day. Finally, hopefully the day of signing, this is an escrow state. You may never, ever, ever, ever see the seller. Reason I like to do it the day of, I actually had a guy who was on time and it was like, I thought we were supposed to do this 3 days prior. I may put it in the contract 3 days prior. I like to do it day of. The reason I do that, I one time had a person was like, when are we gonna do the walkthrough? When are we gonna do the walkthrough? When are we gonna do the walkthrough? They were just so excited. And we did it 3 days prior. We go and we do the closing. In between the walkthrough and the closing, someone broke into the house and stole all the pipes out of it. Oh, and they spent the time smoking crack. So now I like to do it the day of. So, we go like at 8 a.m., do the walkthrough, make sure no one stole the pipes and sat around smoking crack. And then we go to the signing. Or we do the signing like at 8 a.m. and then go immediately and check that. Make sure that everything's there and nobody's been smoking crack. We go through and we just make sure everything is good. If the seller did agree to fix stuff, we'll make sure that they're good. All the property is good and everything. And then we'll tell the title company, if we get a good title company. The last 2 closings I had, the particular title company did not reach out to me properly, in my opinion. So I would not choose them again. I actually, you know what, I ain't gonna get into it. So then we'll have the close of escrow. Closing day, that's the day you've been waiting for. We'll sign all the paperwork. So now we're gonna have our signing day. It could be the same day as closing day. We're gonna go and sign all the necessary paperwork over at the title company. For VA loans, most of them actually require you to go and hand sign everything. Bring your ID with you, and you're gonna at least have, some require 2 forms of ID. Just bring a couple of forms of ID for you and whoever is signing. And sign paperwork takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And remember that thing about the checking the house. We're going to go before or after. And if it's the same day signing, boom. Now, funds should be transferred that day. I actually suggest you transfer them the day prior to the actual closing. That way we don't have any issues. We make sure the deed is recorded. Once that happens, you get the keys. Now, you're officially a Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, or Henderson homeowner. More than likely, if you're a PCS analysis creature, you're going to be a North Las Vegas or Henderson homeowner. And technically, for some of them, you may be in none of them because you may be in unincorporated Clark County, even though your home address will be Las Vegas. But that's another video that I actually did, and I need to do it again and go deeper into unincorporated Clark County. So, are you ready for a streamlined approach for everything? I've created a personal home buyer's checklist tailored to 2025 Las Vegas real estate market, especially using the VA loan and relocating from another base. All I need you to do is simply comment checklist below, and I'll send it right out to you. And if you're here, hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell, notification, all that other cool stuff. You'll never miss another Las Vegas real estate tip. Again, my name is Eric Hudson. My call sign is Nuke. Spent 20 years in the Air Force. Since I've been retired, my job is serving my fellow military personnel, realize their home ownership goals. If you need anything, information is down below. Call, text, email. I'll look out for you, okay? And if you've seen my videos before, you know what I'm about to say next, right? All my military brothers and sisters, Alpha Mike Foxtrot, everybody else, I still love you. We're going to keep them lights on for you.